video, we will give you the tips and tricks on how to teach listening and speaking with the use of poetry musicalizations. Let's watch it! There are 4 important factors that would be pointed out in this section. The first is actually why the teacher should use the poetry musicalization to teach listening and speaking. And then the second is what factors that should be considered by the teacher to teach this poetry musicalization. And then the third is about how the procedure the teacher can use in teaching this poetry musicalization in order to achieve the listening and speaking skills. And the last is about what are the activities that can be provided by the teacher to support the listening and speaking skills for the students with the use of this poetry musicalization. Let's check this out. Start from the first point.
It's interesting. Poetry musicalization is a collaboration between literature and music. It is the activity of reading poetry by singing, giving a rhythm or accompanied by music in accordance to create the interesting contents of the poem. Poetry musicalization serves students the attractive and inspiring materials to learn. The visualization, music, and poems are combined in a set of product that allows students to be critical, creative, and artistic to observe the meaning of the poem, the visual symbols, and the song rhythm. We believe that the use of these materials will increase students' ability in their listening and speaking, where you as teachers can mainly guide them to listen to the content of the poem and allow them to deliver their opinions related to the content of the poem in a spoken way.
Well, as a good teacher, we definitely want to help students to achieve learning goals. For that, what are the factors that teachers should consider in using poetry musicalization to teach listening and speaking for the student? There are 2 main factors.
The first is teaching media. Teaching media is very important in teaching poetry musicalization. This will greatly affect students' understanding in learning poetry musicalization. When we teach this material to students, we must choose the right tools to support the learning process. Teacher can use projector, speaker, and monitor or laptop. These 3 tools should be used by teacher. So, when learning poetry musicalization with a projector and speaker connected to a laptop, the teacher can ask students to watch and listen to video, so that students can see and understand the pronunciation, intonation, rhyme, and so on of the poetry displayed by the teacher. The second is learning material. As a teacher, we must choose topics that are suitable for students. The selection of poetry musicalization must be able to attract student attention and also be able to inspire. This aims to keep student attention focused until the end when watching the video of the poetry musicalization that is displayed. Then, reconsider choosing a poetry musicalization that must have positive purpose and meaning. These 2 factors must be considered appropriately according to the grade level and age of the student you will teach. So, make sure to always adapt the learning material and teaching media to the student you are going to teach.
In this part, I will explain you about point 3. How is the procedure to use this poetry musicalization to teach listening and speaking skills? For the first step, in 5 minutes, teacher gives brainstorming to the students at the beginning of the lesson. Teacher asks some questions to them. For example, what is a poem? Do you like good poem? Do you like music? Or even, do you have a favorite poem? At the second step, in 10 minutes, teacher asks students to watch a video about poetry musicalization together. Let students listen deeply and observe the video well. The third step, in 10 minutes, to improve students' listening skills, teacher can ask students to complete the missing word, make summary, and or give them creative games about poetry musicalization. The fourth step, in 10 minutes, to improve students' speaking skills, teacher can ask them to deliver their opinion about the message of the poem, symbol with its meaning, and etc. In the last step, it is about the product of students. Teacher can give the task for them to create a video of poem or poetry musicalization in several topics given or served. It can be done individually or group work.
Hi all, it's me Henny. Welcome to the last point of this video. In this occasion, I want to tell you about all the activities that you can use as a teacher to increase your students' listening and speaking skills with the use of poetry musicalization. I also provided you 5 activities that divided into 3 listening activities and 2 speaking activities, which you can use in the teaching and learning process. So without any further ado, let's take a look at these examples. Okay, we go to the first section, which is the listening activities. Number 1. It's an individual task where you can tell your students to watch a poetry video, and after that, they fill the gaps on the incomplete transcription that you have provided earlier. Number 2. It's a group work to find out the word that existed based on the previous poetry video. Students can mark the answers by giving them sign horizontally, descending, or diagonally. Number 3. It's the last task of listening activities where the students individually make a summary of the poetry video in 1 paragraph with their own words. Next is the second section, which is the speaking activities. Number 1. It's an individual work where the students need to deliver their thoughts related to the message of the poem. The teachers may give the students a key questions to help them arrange their own speaking words. Number 2. It's the last task of speaking activity where the students individually make a list of the symbols that appear in the poetry video, and then they can find the relation between the symbols and the content of the poem itself. So, I hope all these activities help you to make a creative and fun way for teaching listening and speaking to your students with the use of poetry musicalization. In the end, we would like to say thank you very much for watching our video and see you next time. Bye!